Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, welcome. Nice to meet you. I'm really excited about today because, well, two reasons. One, we are going to talk about the books that are on my radar for December. Through the end of the year, I cannot believe we're talking about the end of the year here. And then also, all about the December readathon that I will be co-hosting, participating in, all that jazz. So the readathon is actually being hosted by Mandy and Jessica from Bestie Book Reviews. I, of course, will leave all the information down below for you and over on my Instagram as well. But like I said, they are hosting this December readathon, and myself and Amber from Amber Reads Romance are co-hosting it with them. So let's just get started, and I'll give you all the details. Let's go. Okay, I have my trusty phone and my notes here because as of late, I have learned that I cannot be trusted with details. I get them wrong. So, December readathon. This is going to be from December 1st to December 29th, with the live show being on December 30th. I think that's a Saturday. I'm almost positive. It's going to be at 1 p.m. Pacific or 4 p.m. Eastern. It's going to be on Bestie Book Reviews channel since they are hosting this readathon. In lieu of us doing our buddy read in towards the middle-ish end of the month, we're waiting until the 30th to do that, and I'll talk about our group read a little bit later. The bingo board. The bingo board will be available on my Instagram. It's already up under the Highlight Readathon, and Mandy and Jessica have it on theirs as well as Amber as well. So there's plenty of places to find it. What I think is super fun about this is you're able to create your own bingo board. We've given you 12 prompts. The bingo board is 9 squares. You can pick 9 of those 12 prompts and have at it. Don't have to do a blackout if you don't want to. We know that the holidays can be really stressful and really, really busy, and we really just want you to have fun. This is a fun time. This is your time to decompress and enjoy yourself. So all you really need is one bingo to enter. You get to create your own bingo board. I've already created mine. We are doing a giveaway as well that will be announced on the 30th during our live show. You don't have to be present to win, but of course we want you to come and join us and have some fun on the live show. When you've completed your board or you've gotten one of your bingos, you post your board on Instagram and you tag all of us, and there also will be a form to fill out. Again, I'm going to leave that link down below, and it is present on my Instagram as well. I believe that is it. I will leave a list of the prompts up here for you, so take a second and see what you got here. It's basically all the tropes we really like. All right, so let's get into what I have my eye on for December, as well as it's basically some book recommendations. I think I might do this a little bit different than Mandy, Jessica, and Amber will do or have done. Those will be linked down below, and you're definitely going to want to go check out Amber, Jessica, and Mandy's recommendations. They're going to have way more recommendations for you. I'm only going to talk about the 9 prompts that I chose. So I think, let's see, what do I not have? Okay, so out of these prompts here, I did not have room, or I eliminated these prompts. Snowed In and Stranded, Alien, and Retelling. So if any of those are up your alley or something that you're definitely going to want to be reading or putting on your bingo board, I highly recommend going and checking out Amber, Mandy, and Jessica's video, especially for the Alien. I know for sure that Jessica and Amber love Alien books, so I would not even know where to start as far as recommendations for that. Go have at it with them. They're going to give you top-notch recommendations for sure. As far as Retelling, the only thing that I could really think of that I haven't read yet is Anastasia by Sophie Lark, but honestly, super chunky, and I just don't think that there is any way that I'm going to get to that book by the end of this year. Unless it's the only book that I wanted to read, which it's not. So that being said, we're going to talk about the remaining 9 prompts here. Another thing that I really like about this bingo is you can intermingle the prompts. So, I mean, essentially, if you could get a bingo by one book. Again, we wanted to make this super easy for you guys because we know that the holidays can be busy. So, I'm going to stop talking and we're going to get into it. Let's start with our buddy read. We chose The Christmas Blanket by Candy Steiner. This is a really short story. It's basically a novella. This will hit off holiday, and it could, I'm not sure, it could also chop off your Snowed In or Stranded as well. I know that this is like a second chance romance, and it's Candy Steiner, so I'm really excited to read it. It's actually something that I wanted to read last year and I never got to it. So yeah, if you are on the fence or don't have any holiday reads that you want to read, definitely pick this up and you can discuss it with us on the live show, as well as all the other fun stuff that we have going on. Moving right along, I have Captor Captive. I honestly am not quite for sure if I'm going to hit this one. Honestly, the only thing that I could think of that is on my TBR is Sea of Ruin by Pam Godwin. I need to get to this book at some point. Something that I've already read and really, really enjoyed is the Twist Me trilogy by Anna Zares. This is definitely a Captor Captive. Great trilogy. I don't know if you'd be interested in a trilogy as well, but it cuts off a bunch of other things as well. There's mafia ties to it, age gap. Possibly you could do a little bit of Grumpy Sunshine there. It's definitely taboo. Right there, you could use that to get rid of quite a few of your tick boxes there. Let's move on to Mafia. Of course, I was going to have Mafia in here because a lot of what I want to read by the end of the year has ties to Mafia. So there is Silent Lies by Neva Altaj. It is her newest book. I cannot believe that I haven't read this yet. I think that I was waiting to read it, honestly, until this month so that I could use it as part of the readathon. Then also I have the Fallen Men series by Gianna Darling. There are four books in the series that I haven't read, and just why? I've already talked about the Fallen Men and why haven't I? But there is After the Fall, Inked in Lies, Dead Man Walking, and now the newest one, Caution to the Wind. There's that. These are definitely high up on my list. They also tick off age gap. Most, if not all of them, will tick off taboo as well. And there might even be a couple that tick off the Grumpy Sunshine vibe as well. Small town, they do kind of live in a small town. It's a smaller town in Canada, so technically you could probably do that as well. Moving along to Grumpy Sunshine. The only one that I have for this is Grumpy as Puck. I believe this is the newer release as well. This is by Elizabeth Links. I don't know if it would tick off any other tropes, but that is the beauty about picking a book and reading it. You could essentially tick off a bunch of them, so there is that. Let's move on to age gap. Barring the ones that I've already talked about, I'm not going to go over those ones again, but there is Grimstone, which is Sophie Lark's newest book. This is also considered small town, so that ticks off that for me, as well as it's more of it's like a dark gothic read. I mean, yes, you had me there. Sophie Lark, dark gothic, I'm there for that. I also have Marty Mann's newest release, Mr. Hookup, for this as well. Now let's go into taboo. Again, we've already basically hit these, but I also have a couple books that have been on my TBR that I haven't read that are taboo books. One is Directing You. This is by Katana Collins. I know that this is an age gap, and it is, I believe, a teacher-student romance, so definitely taboo. And Love to Hate Her. This is by, I am going to butcher this. Okay, it's Julie Saman. I'm so sorry. If you know how to pronounce it, please let me know because I'm sure that I butchered that. Let's move right along to Friends to Lovers. This one was empty for quite some time. I just couldn't. I feel like I don't read a lot of Friends to Lovers. It's like Enemies to Lovers or Best Friend's Dad or, more taboo than Friends to Lovers. But recently, actually, it was the last live show that we did. One of you, and thank you very much, brought back to my attention a book that has been on my TBR, and I completely forgot about it. It is Becoming Calder by Mia Sheridan. This completely is Friends to Lovers, and I believe that there's a cult aspect involved as well, so definitely interested in that. And then I can add a Friends to Lovers to my list because I definitely did not have one. Which brings me to the next prompt or trope that I want to talk about, and it's small town. And honestly, this is and meant to be, for me, one of my fillers, because a lot of books that I've talked about can be designated as a small town. The Christmas Blanket, Twist Me trilogy, they're basically like on an island. That's kind of like a small town. Fallen Men could probably be. Grimstone, I think that is a small town as well. So pretty much me just reading our buddy read for this month checks off that. Which brings us to our last prompt or trope, and it's hockey. I'm going to use Grumpy as Puck for that one as well. I do know that if you're interested in more hockey, there are a ton of hockey books that have come out this year. Candy Steiner has a few. I think there's like some from Tessa Bailey as well. Have at it. Again, definitely go check out Mandy, Jessica, and Amber's videos as well, because I think that they're giving you like 2 and 3 recs for each prompt, all 12 of them. Honestly, like that just really overwhelmed me, because then it just shows me like how much I have yet to read and how much I want to read before the end of the year. But also this gives me a really good starting point, and I'm really, really excited to see how far I get on the bingo board. I know that Amber said that she's really interested in blacking out her board. I'm sure Mandy and Jessica are as well. But because I've had such a hard time the past few months, especially with reading, I'm giving myself a little bit of grace, and I'm just going to have some fun. I am here for the ride and to see what you guys come up with and how well you do on your board. So I'm really excited. Please, please, please join us in this fun readathon. Like I said, you only need one bingo. All the information, again, will be linked down below. Also, if you follow any of us, or shameless plug, follow all of us on Instagram, because all the information is there as well. All the books that we've talked about today will be linked in the description box below as well. So if you want to join me on any of this reading journey, I would love to have you as well. Okay. That is what I have my eye on for December, as well as the super fun readathon. It is my first co-hosting as well as my first participating as well. I am really, really excited about this. So please join us. And if you have any questions about the readathon, don't hesitate to leave a comment or reach out to any one of us. We would be happy to help you with anything. And there it is. That's it, guys. December is here, right around the corner from 2024. My mind is absolutely blown. I hope that you are having a great month, gearing up for the holidays, and I will talk to you soon. All right, until next time, happy reading. Bye.